questions, what was my reasoning, and there was some communication between all the aldermen and myself before the actual appointment was finalized and confirmed. And I don't see a problem with that as far as having an opportunity for everyone to contact Mr. Sparks and have that conversation. I mean, I do agree it is your appointment, but it also states that it's with the advice and consent of the majority of this board. And so, I'm not saying that he would not be appointed, but I do agree based on how my appointment was done and others, it's not a bad thing for us to go ahead, at least have that conversation with David.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Mr. Alderman?
Yes.
If I might add, your appointment we have before us, a former alderman, as you mentioned, that has served under your administration and former Mayor Von Lopez's administration, in contrast to Alderman Murray and Alderwoman Sanders when they were appointed. I do recall that when you were first elected mayor and I was appointed to fill your remaining alderman seat, there was a meeting prior to the regular session and I was elected at that meeting. So just on a historical basis, that note, but I think it's a strong indicator of there's really no need for further discussion that we have a man that has served in 2 former administrations and is ready to come in with his feet running. That's all.
Justin, on your appointment, I wasn't here when you were appointed. I was at the meeting when Lloyd was appointed. There was no discussion on that. And actually, there was no special meeting. They just call it a special meeting. But anyway. Yes.
And again, I think I brought that up once before when we had appointments brought to us and we were asked to go ahead and take the vote that night when hearing the names of those individuals for the first time. That in my case, that probably should have been handled differently. And I will be the first one to say that my name being presented to a board and the same evening them being expected to make a vote on that. I think a protocol on that to allow us to hear your appointment name and then have time to the next meeting is a good protocol. And that's all I'm asking, and that's all I'm asking the board to consider. I think it would be a beneficial protocol to follow. Should we not know the individual that's being presented, we not be familiar with them, we would have the time to be able to investigate that individual and maybe talk with them and then make an informed decision and vote. And that is merely all that I'm pointing out. And I thank you for your attention.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Actually,
we have a motion.
Lori made a motion.
We have a subsidiary motion.
She made a motion
to postpone
to
October 25th. So,
Clay, where are we at on that?
I think that is a motion to table. It needs a second.
I'll second that.
So you vote on the motion to table before you vote on the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second table. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
Now you can vote on the motion.
To appoint?
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion to appoint David Sparks, Alderman Ward 3. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? That was both of us.
What was the vote? Oh, yes. I'll take it.
David, would you like to come forward, please?
I, David Sparks, do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications of the office of Alderman as prescribed by law, that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri, the provisions of all laws of this state affecting cities of this class, and the ordinance of the city of Odessa, and faithfully demean myself in office so help me God. We'll get next, yeah.
We can adjourn this meeting if somebody wants to make a motion.
I move to adjourn the special session.
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion and a second to adjourn our special meeting. All in favor? We got about 5 minutes for our regular meeting. If anyone would like to visit or whatever they'd like to do.